Hi there, welcome to my video on how to build a landing page opt-in using DesignFrame. If you didn't already know, DesignFrame is a great alternative to Squarespace, and the advantage of using DesignFrame is that it is a drag and drop builder similar to Squarespace, but much easier to use. And the price of DesignFrame is also much more reasonable compared to Squarespace. And there's not a lot of coding involved, and it's a great way to set up a funnel on your website for different sorts of lead magnet to either capture emails, either for booking your service or for giving away a lead magnet in order to build an online course business. So let's get started. I'm going to take you through this process step by step. And so the first thing is I'm already logged into my DesignFrame dashboard. Now, this is what my current website looks like. It's very simple and it's very bare bones, and it works well and simple for kind of the needs of my current business and where I'm headed and where I'm focused. But if you're looking to build a website funnel system, you don't want all the complicated lead pages or Infusionsoft or any of those other software that's kind of confusing. What I love is that this is very simple if you just kind of follow some key understanding of how these different sort of icons work. So let's just get started with building our funnels. If you check out this funnels tab here, the first thing you would have to do in DesignFrame is create a funnel. Now, here's what I love about DesignFrame is that there's so many templates, and if you don't really know where to begin, you can just pick a template, tweak the look, the font, and the color, and get started. You really do not need to mess around, and it's pretty easy to build and begin your website presence. So I'm not going to go too much into the different templates, but you can see they have a sales and product template, lead gen, a webinar template. This is my favorite. The lead magnet ones are great because there's so many different opt-in choices and templates to start your opt-in for your website that you can just pick one that resonates with you and get started. You don't even have to think about moving things around too much because it's already set up for you. And then the opt-in is another kind of lead magnet templates. So for different kinds of service providers, different kinds of businesses, and different kinds of giveaways. So let's just go with this lead magnet and then see if there's, this is the one that I really like because it's kind of simple. It kind of already represents what I want to capture in terms of my brand and my business. So I'm going to click on select, and then I'm going to give it a name for my funnel. Let's call it Jean's Funnel. And then I want to click on save. And so now you see I've already created the first steps of this funnel. Now, this is the current layout, and that's kind of like a great way to sort of start out because I can replace this background image by clicking on change background, and then I can delete this and replace it with my own photo. I can also, do different things. If I don't like just using a photo, I can make the background in terms of how I want it covered on the page. I can add gradients and overlays. There's a lot of little things that I can do to tweak it. But for now, I just want to keep it simple and let it stay there because I don't have much of a design eye. So I like the fact that my face and my presence, if this were me, that this sort of showcases me because brand is not just about a thing, it's really about a person. And sort of what I love is that it's setting up so that, what's my opt-in giveaway. Now, if I was giving away this budget envelope spreadsheet for people who want to learn how to manage their money, this would be great. But if I want to give away a free video course, I can say free video course on building your online business. And then it makes it super easy to then take this, highlight it, and then select from the different fonts available. Now, if you're looking here and you're like, oh, these are good fonts, but they're kind of plain and they're not really my style, don't worry. The global styling in here allows you to play with the text styling and add fonts. What I love is that you can choose to upload your own custom font, and you can choose from up to 8 to upload in here, and then select from that specific font. It's hard to sort of work with some templated fonts, so it's nice to know that you can choose and upload your own font to sort of make it consistent with your own brand. And then if I don't like this text can be customized. So again, the same style, it makes it easy. Font type, font size, height, color, bullets, adding a link, adding a photo. This makes it really just easy. And just clicking on this box, and then I can just tweak everything here. And then this is my favorite part, because I think knowing where to place the buttons is very challenging. And so Design Frame has taken the problem and frustration out of figuring out where to place this button. And putting it here in the center is a really good visual eye for someone who is really a short attention span, because they look right in the center and they see, well, do I want this or not? And you can even customize the text to say, I want in, or something. I should capitalize it. I want in. And it's kind of a different way of sort of modifying the text. And then if you want, you can add more text on the second line, and you can even add an icon, but I don't recommend it, because I think if you just keep it simple with the text, I think that's a great way to get started. So I'm going to save these changes. And now it says I want in. And then if I want to sort of, as a landing page, a funnel, I can even add some testimonials about my products. So this is what I love, is that you just click on this, click on edit, and all these options are presented with you to customize the text. And remember, the same thing goes for these icons of your testimonials. You can change them by clicking on edit image. And then you can even, for more accessibility, which is really important, give it an alternate text and say, photo of a man thinking. And then I wouldn't recommend stretching it, because it kind of looks weird. And then if you want to give it a shadow, you can, but I don't really like it. I think it kind of looks kind of funky, but we can kind of, if you like kind of playing with different styles, then that's something you can do. But I don't really think it's necessary, or it doesn't help that much. And if you want to go further, you can kind of click on this and replace this image by clicking on the plus button, and then upload images in here through upload a file. And then as you add more images, you can sort of categorize them by adding a folder there. So it's pretty super easy, and just kind of very kind of drag and drop, and just focusing on clicking on those boxes, where Squarespace can be very challenging to navigate. Here with Design Frame, you can just focus on these different content blocks and click on edit as a way to modify and tweak them. And then if you like this and you say, well, there's something more I need to add to sort of showcase people for my funnel, you can continue to add more columns. You can even change this block if you don't like it, or if you like the style, you can copy it and then it'll add another one. So if I click here, I can add another block. And maybe I want to add a call to action block and sort of make an upsell for a limited product offer. So it kind of gives you so many different options to play with. And the idea is that every block gives you an option to choose from what additional things that you want to put on your website. Rather than be just text, you can add call to action. You can also add video, which is really important. Video is kind of what people look for these days. And then if you're like, well, I don't like the placement of this video, just note that this can always be moved around. So I can, let me just save it. Well, I also want to mention that you can, if you're not ready to show this, you can also hide the block. And you can also hide more blocks. And then when you're ready to unhide the block, so when I'm ready to unhide the block, I'll just click on these where it says this block is ready to be revealed. And then I've shown the block to myself again. And so these blocks can be, sizing can be customized with the resize container. options. So you can do the current way is box, or you can do a full width, but I don't really like it, or full height, but that kind of looks funky. So I'm just going to stick to what I've chosen before. And so if you want to move this block up or down the page, this is what these arrows are good for. So you can move this one up. So now the video is up, and maybe I want to move it up a little bit more. So it's nice, instead of having to look for where to drag and drop to move this up, you can just click on these arrows, and then it'll make it super easy. And so when you think about like adding video, you might want to think about the size and where you're embedding it from, so that it fits within the page, because otherwise it can look a little weird. So the next thing I want to show you is, now that we've sort of built this kind of initial structure, I want to continue sort of to build on this funnel setup. So this is where I'm going to go into my funnels, and then I see this is the sequence of my funnel opt-in. So right now, someone will land on the sign up page, and just so you know, these pages can be customized. I'm going to discard these changes. And so you can see then this, what you just saw there was my main sign up page. And then the opt-in page is when people want to opt in and click on the opt-in, this is what they can get. And these fields can be custom to say, instead of name, like maybe you want to say first name, and then you want to add a another name column, then you can tweak this to say last name, and then you can move this up so that you have first name, last name, and email. Because maybe sometimes you want to personalize your emails by having first name, last name, email, and you can continue to add other properties and fields such as company name, zip code, website. But I think if you're just using this as an opt-in, first name, last name, and email is more than enough. You don't even need the last name. So if you feel like last name doesn't really help, you can just click on this trash can button and delete it. So now that you see that this is the pop-up, and you can always continue to modify this as well. So as you can see, it's pretty easy, and then you can use this styling to sort of modify the way it looks. So it kind of gives you a framework and template to start off with, and then you can customize how it looks and how it's displayed. I'm going to discard these changes and then go back to the funnel to sort of show you the other options that are part of this funnel sequence. What I appreciate is then, so someone opts into your lead magnet, and let's just say you want to offer an intro, one-time offer of a $49 e-course. Then this is where the one-time offer page is part of the sequence, so that you can offer people a limited upsell based on the time for a small amount, just as a way to warm them up and get them learning more about your brand, more your business, and how you teach and what's your style. And so it's great because I think there's not a lot of options out there with other platforms and software to be able to do this in a very easy to set up sequence. Most other landing pages and funnel setups are very complicated, requires a lot of integrations, and everything here is set up within Design Frame. And then the other last thing is that this success page is sort of the congratulations and thank you for opting into my lead magnet page. This is cool because, again, if I click on this, I can sort of tweak the text. Even this button here can be tweaked to say, click here. And then I can add icons if I want, and then this is the link that they'll be taken to when they click on this button. So, and then I can just change this again to my email address, jean@jeanpack.com, and then it's saved. So as you can see, it saves on the page, but if you want to save everything that you've done, then you would want to click Save Changes. The other helpful hint to know about using Design Frame as a landing page funnel builder is that everything that you build can be hidden. So if you're not ready to show it, or if you don't like the way this looks right now and you're going to launch it later, you can always hide this from your main site. And then again, you can sort of move this up and down and add more blocks depending on what your preference is. But the most important thing is really to keep it simple. The idea is to kind of use this template, get it started, and put it out there, because the more time that you're spending getting to know your customers, talking to them, getting feedback, and then the less time you're spending kind of making this website look pretty and tweaking it and fussing with it, because that's the last thing you really want to do. And then the cool thing I also want to mention about Design Frame is that if this is the current sequence, and if you do not like having a one-time offer, you can click on this button and delete it. If you like it and you want to offer not just a one-time offer, but also another freebie, such as a consulting call or coaching call, you can duplicate that, and then you can rename this as you can rename it and then call this limited time offer. So that's just to show you at a very simple but quick way that this template can be modified, and there's a lot of ways that it can be tweaked. But the most important is that it really serves as this one-stop shop for everything. You don't need any extra tools, you don't need extra software. The other thing to note is that if you, in the styling, you can modify page styling, add background images, background colors. You can also not just add fonts and styles, but you can also, if you really like CSS and you really want to enhance this further, then you can add custom CSS code. But the templates are pretty good for most kinds of service providers, as well as most businesses that are beginning in the early stages of building an online course business. So I hope this video helps. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, clarification about using Design Frame as a landing page and funnel builder. I really recommend it, and I find it very good if you're just getting started, and it's reasonable. And there's so many more options that you can use this beyond just a landing page. And so please look forward to more videos on that if you're interested in checking it out. There will be a referral code at the description so that you can save 25% off your first month and get to know and learn more affordable tools to help you grow your business. Again, thanks for watching, and subscribe and leave any feedback so we can help you further.